I spent 15 hours running 100 nightmare dungeons in Diablo 4 because I wanted to see what the drop rates were really like. I then ran 100 chaos runs in the beloved Diablo 2 just so we could have a point of reference. The dungeons I ran were varied, but they were largely tier 34 and 35. This netted me 6,918 glyph experience, which is enough to level a glyph from level 1 to level 21 2.3 times. In total, I found 6 unique items, including 2 gloves of the Illuminator, which are also endearingly referred to as Super Mario gloves. The other unique items were Fists of Fate, Temerity, Flamescar, and Iceheart Breas, bringing my unique drop rate to 1 in every 17 dungeons. I found a total of 165 legendary items, 60 were sacred and 105 were ancestral. Amongst these legendaries, there were 6 aspects that had a perfect role. This one is by far my favourite, defensive aspect of the Protector. I found 1,492 rare items, of which 685 were sacred and 807 were ancestral. This means that on average I was finding 1.6 legendaries and 15 rares per nightmare dungeon. Of all the rares, these boots were my personal favourite. After a trip to the Enchantress, they ended up giving us 3 evade charges, 4 to ice armor, 4 to flame shield, 4 to frost nova, and 10% minor cost reduction.
Some damn nice shoes, boys.
I also encountered the Butcher 5 times, and that fucker beat me in a tiebreak 2 to 3.
Get out of there.
Oh no, that didn't hit! No! Not again! Not again! But I did get one back by taking down an arguably more fearsome opponent, this healing barrier in a level 54 dungeon. After specifically respecking my skills for the task, it only took me 4 minutes to take down this inanimate object.
Come on, come on! Oh yes! Yes! Yes!
The real endgame boss! Now let's have a look at the drop rates in Diablo 2, and I cannot stress this enough, the idea here was simply to make a loose comparison. There's a million different variables, such as magic find, clear speed, and the fact that it took me less than half the time to do 100 chaos runs relative to 100 nightmare dungeons. I found 107 magic items, 646 rare items, 84 set items, and 90 uniques. But I decided to break this down even further. I subjectively categorized each individual drop into items that the average player would pick up even just to see if it's good, this is shown in orange, and items that the average player would simply leave on the ground and not waste their time with. To me, this highlights one key difference between the loot systems in Diablo 2 and Diablo 4. If we look at rares specifically, the overall drop rates between the two games appear to be relatively similar when the data is corrected for time. However, in Diablo 2, a lot of the decision making surrounding the rares happens while the item is still on the ground, with my estimations indicating that the average player would pick up and check every 1 in 5 rares. In Diablo 4, at least at launch, you generally want to pick up every rare. At times, this can feel a little bit cumbersome, sifting through an inventory full of rares. However, this may be a necessary byproduct of gold actually having a meaningful value within the game, because at the very least, you would always want to pick up rares, even just to sell. Whereas in Diablo 2, my gold mainly just goes towards the EPF, Emilio Protection Fund. Personally, I do see a lot of potential with Diablo 4's itemization on the whole, but think it's a little bit undercooked at the moment. But now I want to know what you guys think. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Does my silly little data collection change anything for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys.